Yo, why have I got the gauntlet of Hayden, Santi, Josh? Stop doing that. Can we talk about the gauntlet I've had this last week?
So this is this is how I'm communicating sometimes. Like,
buddy, you're not a cast. You're so straight. What are you doing? Okay. Time check. Thank you. Here you go, Josh. You lied. I don't know why Leo lied to you. No. No, Leo's just straight up lying. Hey. Cross the place, see, guys. That was in the rain. They got
I close my eyes, it's not a dream. There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been.
We cut straight into the action, and all immediately Nitro has already scored off of a kickoff goal 4 seconds into the match to set York Lions up early. We're into first game, and it goes quick. That's just classic kickoff goal, right? They go through the defenders. You get one pass, and you're going to get that in. But Fuel, they're not a team that's going to get discouraged by something like that. Second kickoff here as 50's won by Jane, and now they're going to try to keep this aggression up. As here, Bosco Boy just to clear it out of their side. Jane just keeping up this attack boost, looking good. You know, Reeker's full boost goes back. Ches likely pick up his next touch off of the wall, backboard. Reeker trying to touch that one in, but it's just going to hit the post there, as now it's cleared out into center. Nitro here now, looking back up for an aerial play. Ches going to keep this one going, takes it for themselves, but it's stopped beautifully by Bosco Boy. But Reeker with a nice touch off of the crossbar there, rather. He's going to clean that one up. Beautiful setup by Ches here. This little aerial momentum. Reeker finishing that one cleanly.
You know, that was a really nice score by Reeker. That really puts up momentum just to even out the score. Let's see some more defensive plays here that are coming on. And yeah, no, going back to our side, we see, oh, that was, okay.
They're going to get this one off of the wall here. Now looking for some sort of momentum. Okay, as, you know, Reeker centers that one up. Ches end up evening that one out against Bosco Boy, who has to go back all the way to Fuel's side for some boost. Reeker catches this in center, making sure that, you know, York can't get any sort of offensive going. Ches misses that aerial touch. Jane, though, in the goal, going to be there to stop that one safely, as now Fuel restart their own attack. Jane backing up Reeker here. Nitro's already taken to the skies. Ches hits that one cleanly out of the way, though.
Yeah, no, as we can see in this game, Jane is just playing an absolute defensive beast for our team. The energy that this guy brings is just phenomenal, and I'm really glad to see how this team is going against the York Lions today. It's absolutely, they're playing really great. They're, I'm pretty sure they're communicating effectively. Leo is definitely giving them a few pointers, helping them structure, and always keeping them in control, you know, because obviously Rocket League does, Rocket League gives a bit of intense moments where we can't really control what we're doing. But yeah, no, I'm really glad that we have Leo, we have Reeker. We're very lucky with our roster for this semester. It's been genuinely really crazy.
In the meantime, you know, a lot of missed opportunities there. That Fuel centered it beautifully for York there, but York actually whiffed on the punish. Now Jane centers it up off of a play from Reeker, but it's just going to catch the post, and it will not go in. Is that off the wall? A nice little side flip there. Try to keep this momentum going. This game has just been a tale of Fuel's attack. They have not stopped the offensive once here, right? They, you know, that kickoff goal goes in, but since then it's just been gas on the pedal 24/7. Bosco Boy, though, gets past one defender. There's 3 more in this corner ready to stop that. A 50 goes neither way. Now Noah clears it out of their own end. Now it's back over towards that ceiling to that crossbar play. Noah looking for something, but Ches blocks that one in the way, and now Fuel back on the offensive. Reeker centers it. Trying to try to pop that one up. It's still just a little bit off center, off to the corner, and now York clears that one out. Now we'll see Bosco Boy having something, trying to find some sort of play to stop Reeker's aerial here. Reeker drops down. Jane just not there in time to catch that one, as boost for Fuel. Looking good for the side of York. Bosco Boy, he's pretty low. Been low quite often this game. Ches almost finds that touch off of a shot from Reeker there. Reeker clears this one out yet again, and Fuel, they just have not stopped the offensive, but it doesn't matter if you keep on the offensive if you just cannot get a single goal outside of that starting one. Jane now forced to back away. The boost back in Fuel's hand. Jane takes the skies. Looks for something off of the wall, but it's going to get cleared out by Nitro. Now Jane thing to just clear this one out. Ches with a nice bump onto Noah. But it's now York's opportunity. A touch off of the wall and a double touch, and Noah with a beautiful skull there. Give York that advantage. Fuel, they had the offensive the entire time. They were on the offense the entire game. But the moment that York gets the opportunity, Nitro flies away with it with a beautiful double top touch off of the backboard. And that will give York the lead 1 minute and 20 seconds in.
Very unfortunate score over there. Fuel was playing really well. It was a very, very intense game happening already. Just rallies all around for both sides. Fuel always trying to get the ground up so they can get the momentum, but obviously it's just not working for today. Oh, and we see a demo happening over here on Shez.
I know you're the demo guy, right? You love demos.
Love
That's what you're telling me. So demos, I mean, when teams start to get demo heavy, that's kind of a sign that either A, they're feeling a little threatened, or B, they just want to get scrappy, right? Depends. As when you get to these last second moments, now we're down to 30 seconds. Almost, though, York getting their third to get that insurance marker. Reeker now has a bit of something here, but just the boost is just not in available. Jane now goes up, centers that one up for Ches, but it's caught beautifully from the side of York. Jane now tries to go up something, but there's just no boost here. It's just going to be a pinch off the other car, and it's back over towards Fuel sides as Bosco Boy looked for something, trying to get some sort of offensive started here. Ches, though, on that wall to make sure that nothing can come of this, but it's centered up for Nitro. Just going to go wide, though, so now Fuel, but Noah with a second for the game. 2 goals on 4 shots, just cleaning that one up off of, Nitro misses this open one here, Noah on the side after a demo onto Reeker, just gets that one right in the top right corner. As heading into the last 12 seconds, Fuel are going to need a kickoff goal to even have a hope at taking this first game, or else York will give themselves another series lead. Now the thing with Fuel's roster, take a bit to heat up. This is something that has been highlighted through a lot of their games. Reeker with a beautiful double touch, but it's just going to get saved. Almost finding exactly what Fuel needed, but it's just going to get hit down to the ground as York takes game 1, 3-1. Fuel now have to go somewhat back to the drawing board here. It is just game 1. You're kind of figuring out how York likes to play. York, very strong on the defense. Fuel, they kept that attack the whole time, but they could keep it in York's end. So if their strikes are just that little bit more on point, they really could have a chance to win this one. But they also need to upgrade their defense.
Yeah, no, very, very unfortunate loss there for Fuel Esports. I'm pretty sure that after this game, they're just trying to get the momentum together, just trying to get their team together. They're trying to adjust for the plays of how York plays. Leo is definitely, again, probably motivating every single one of the team members and getting them ready for action. And I mean, it's game 1 out of 3, so obviously there's always a chance for Fuel to make very big comebacks into this game. So yeah, it'll be great.
Exactly, but this game's going to be important. If Fuel goes down 2-0, it's a lot harder to get those reverse sweeps because momentum will not be on your side. Fuel, a momentum-based team, but again, they take that second to heat up as waiting for the second game to start up shortly here. I think, again, I really just want to highlight York. They were able to keep it out of the net, but they were not able to keep it out of their end, which is something Fuel can kind of take to their advantage. Again, if they can just find those slightly better touches, those slightly better shots, they'll be able to get some more success, find these goals, and take those leads from York. But the problem, again, is whenever York got it into Fuel's ends, whenever York, had the ball, it felt like it was almost guaranteed to go in. Just Noah was lights out with these shots. Nitro, beautiful centers as well. So Fuel, they're going to have to upgrade that defense just that little bit.
Yeah, no, very, very unfortunate. That is some very good pointers to look in for the next game. We'll see how Fuel reacts to York and how they're going to be adjusting to these plays. Again, we still got to warm up. We're still ready to go. We're still here, and we're ready.
Speaking of ready, we'll be heading into game 2 here. The OCC All Major, York versus Fuel. Game 2 here. Nitro looking for something. Just trying to keep this one. Now, York is on the offensive at the start, but it's not going to be a kickoff goal unlike last game, so they will not get, that early momentum starter. However, Fuel stopped that one. It was a 1-1 game for almost 3 minutes in the last one. Now, Jane looks for some sort of offensive, but that's a ground shot. That's not really going to do too much at this level of play. All these players are very, very talented. A nice bump there from Ches. Getting a little handsy, but not going to be going for those demos, unlike the rest of their team who ended up getting a demo there. Nitro back in the goal. Reeker takes the skies, 1 flip reset, a second, but it's just going to go wide. As almost, trying to flex those mechanics. Reeker, a very mechanical player for sure. If you let Reeker have the ball, there's going to be some problems. There's a very likely chance, but Noah has shown up as well. A nice touch there off of the wheel. It's just going to be a nice center there for Nitro. Fuel just playing no backboard control. You have to be careful about the backboard. Something that we highlight a lot here is how important backboard control is against teams of this caliber. If you leave a wide open backboard, a double top is going to happen or a beautiful center is going to happen, and it's going to be a goal. But Fuel just that second too late there, so they will not be able to get it, as now the kickoff goes the way of Fuel. In Rico catches that one in the air. Noah looking for something as Bosco Boy centers it up yet again, but Reeker is there to catch it and now has a little bit of breakaway. It's that dribble over air, but it's what a play by Reeker. Beauty there from the side of Reeker, you know, finding this nice little flip over Nitro and then a beautiful, classic shot right off the crossbar is going to get Fuel their second. And you need those goals from, you know, someone who, like Reeker. You need Reeker to start to heat up, start to feel, you know, that momentum, feel that energy towards their team. As again, the kickoff's going to go the way of Fuel.
I know Reeker's shot was unbelievable. Everyone on stream watching that, oh my god, this is why Reeker is in this tournament the top 7 player, and he can prove it. He knows why he's here. He knows why. He knows his worth. He knows what he's doing. All the pressure is on him. Spotlight is on him. He's ready to rumble, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, but now Noah looking for something here. It's going to get cleared away by Bosco Boy. Reeker sends that one right to the skies, but it's actually right in front of Nitro. So set up for the side of York. Noah looks for something, that's a long shot. It's just a center. It was beautifully centered, but Ches catches that one, so Bosco Boy does not have the open net to deal with. But now York are not stopping their own offensive. Nitro, though, boost low. Bosco Boy, though, off the wall, but Jane with a beautiful save. A must-have save there on flip reset. Nitro looking for something here, but nothing come from it. Noah trying to drive that one in, but Fuel finally get it out of their own side. 3 minutes remain. Bosco Boy tries to clear this one out here. York keep on their own defensive now as Fuel have the offensive. Ches there's that one up, and Noah. Reeker catches this one in air, yes, but it's just going to get sent right to the corner. As Nitro takes the airs again. It's going to be stopped by Reeker. It's going to be classic, right? You're not going to see these free open breakaways. These teams are not scared to go up in the air to contest each other. They're all roughly around the same skill level when it comes to these aerial plays, when it comes to, you know, each individual skill set. Noah looking for these backflips, just trying to center themselves to play on this, saving as much boost as humanly possible to take some sort of thing, but it's actually just a pass off over to Bosco Boy. It does get cleared out though. Jane goes up, Reeker goes up, and Reeker is wide open. But Bosco Boy will be able to get it there in time, and no member of Fuel was able to catch it. Jane clears this one, keeps it in the corner as Nitro goes right back up.
Yeah, no, Fuel is definitely upping their game from last. And oh my gosh, we almost saw a goal happen over there, but thankfully, very, very defensive plays here from Fuel. Really great. Oh, and
Bosco Boy takes to the air, but it gets demoed mid-air by Ches there. As now Reeker looks for something. It's centered up, but Nitro clears that one out. It's been a 1-1 game yet again for about 3 minutes. New York looks to change that right now. Ches trying the best to play solo defense. And a little bit of a caster curse situation there. I love doing those, you know. It's one of the few powers I have as this role, right? But that is going to be a caster curse the way of Fuel, as Noah is going to get that one in. Ches stops the first shot, but cannot stop the rebound. As now Fuel, it's like a kickoff goal. A third kickoff goes their way. Jane really winning these kickoffs. Bosco Boy on the side of York try to keep their own offensive up. Ches takes back the air, tries to keep this aerial control as much as possible. Reeker centers that one from the corner and gets a demo. Fuel, they're not playing nice. They're playing a little bit vicious here. They love these demolitions because they want to keep this offensive as much as possible. But Ches has to go back for boost. Boost on the side of Fuel is rough, but so is the side of York. You know, 30-0 here. Noah not going to be able to follow up much, but is the main person doing this offensive, starting this play. Gets demoed yet again, though.
Very unfortunate. 42 seconds left until this game is over. Fuel really needs to get a point here, and on that unfortunate demo for Reeker, could have gotten some other play there, but very unfortunate indeed.
Yeah, we'll see how this ends up going as 30 seconds remain in this second game. Fuel, they want to bring this one to OT at the very least, but it feels like Bosco Boy doesn't want to let that one happen, as a demo inside of the goal of Fuel is going to cause a little bit of problems, but the opportunity is not taken advantage of. York not doing anything with that. 10 seconds remain because they are not the ones that have to. The luxury of time is on their hands. They have the room to play with, as Fuel has to keep this one up. But Bosco Boy is there to stop that. Ches keeps it up, but it's not the touch that he wanted, as York takes a 2-0 lead over Fuel.
Yeah, that's very, very sad to see Fuel just running behind on this game. You know, it's I've talked to these people already. They were ready to go. But yeah, very unfortunate that York got a 2-0 lead. Yeah, they definitely need to definitely change up their strategy here to try to beat the York Lions and try to even out the game if this is going to be a best of three. So yeah,
Yeah, and now for Fuel, they're on death's door. It's basically a best. Every single game from here is now a best of one. They're not allowed to lose at all, so they have to keep the momentum. They have to try to do it, and there's no break between this one. We're right back into it, right back in the action, and it starts with a demo immediately from the side of York. They're trying to play a little bit handsy. Now Bosco Boy ends up messing up that play there, but now Noah keeping this up. Fuel so far, they've been struggling on their attack. They've not been able to find these goals, and then the defense, the side of York, have just been able to get every single center, every single angle they want, and set up their strikers, Noah, for the best possible position. That's centered yet again, but it's just hit off the crossbar again. The crossbar and the post are the MVPs for Fuel so far in this game. The side of York are not done yet. They're not finished. Nitro, nice touch, but it's just a little bit too fast. Off of the wall, off of the ground, as now Ches looks to clear this one out, and Reeker, staying handsy, staying aggressive, gets another demo on the board.
Yeah, no, York is definitely taking advantage of Fuel's weaknesses at this point. They're playing extremely aggressive against our team, and it's just very hard to see how they're trying to counter this. I believe that Reeker is trying his best. Jane is trying his best as well as Ches.
Speaking of Reeker trying his best, mine's just a nice little goal. There's not really too much tech around this goal. It's not, the fanciest of goals, but a goal is a goal, and Fuel needs these, these easier goals are something that are so nice because teams are always expecting these really high, really fancy goals. That these very simple, just round flip into the top is it's going to go in sometimes. But now Fuel, they're going to have to play hard defense here as they cannot afford to really give York any sort of mileage whatsoever. But York, they keep this one in the side of Fuel. Ches, though, clears that one out, but Noah catches it mid-air. Reeker, though, gets past Noah, and now goes for the offensive. It's just one person in the net, but it's off of the post. But Jane finishes that one as Fuel take a 2-0 lead here. Reeker, it makes it seem like this is going for a shot, but instead stops on the post just to get a beautiful center. Knows Jane's going to be there. Noah actually ends up hitting that one in, not getting the side hit onto Jane's shot that they wanted, as now Fuel take a 2-0 lead for the first time in this entire series.
Yeah, Fuel's definitely starting to get their momentum right now. Everyone is getting ready to go. Must have been something that Leo said earlier or something. But yeah, no, everything is hopefully going to go great. Ball is currently on York's side. Oh.
Yeah, and now we'll see Jane clear that one out. Strike comes in, but Nitro stops that one early. I mean, it's just stagnated here in middle of the field, of the pitch. Noah looks for something, a side touch, but it's not going to find too much here as Nitro looks up, is off of the ceiling. Ches thankfully is there. Fuel, they learned last time they gave backboard access to the side of York, they ran away with it here. Ches playing best backboard defense humanly possible. Nitro looks for something again, but Reeker has still just it's stagnating again, but now it's inside of the York side. They do clear this one out. Bosco Boy looks for something. He actually touches it off of Reeker. Doesn't want to let Reeker set up any of these plays, as Reeker has the boost to play with. All teams pretty much full boost here. Noah catches that one off the backboard. Bosco Boy looks up, tries to stop something. Ches actually misses that touch, and Jane does too, and Bosco Boy sneaks it past two defenders. Somehow, some way. I mean, here Ches misses one, and Jane just goes a little too high. Bosco Boy, nicely done there, but it's going to be a weird goal. Fuel, they're not happy about letting that one in. As now York is one goal away from tying this one up, and they've been shown to get these kickoff goals, and that was almost one there. Nitro, all members of York are keeping this kickoff going, but Ches plays lights out defense. Fuel realizing they needed to start playing more defense, so they set Ches up to do exactly that, as Reeker goes up here, tries to find some sort of aerial dribble, is doing exactly that, but it's just going to get cleared right into the sky by the side of York. Ches tries to get a shot on net. It's blocked easily there from. These long shots are very rarely going to go in, especially if there's someone nearby, as these players know the trajectory quite well. These close dribbles are a little bit more likely to go in, as we're down to 2 minutes now. Fuel only one goal ahead, and it's all York's momentum right now in this game.
Yeah, no, Fuel's definitely feeling the pressure right now. They're already down. They cannot let York score another one to tie this game up. They need all the time they can get right now to stall and maybe, hopefully, score a goal.
That demo there basically just saved Fuel. That was a beautiful center, but the player who would have caught it ended up being stuck inside of their own spawn, respawning there. So well played demo there from the side of Fuel. But York, they're not stopped this offensive. Neither team want to give any sort of inches towards the other team. They don't want to give any space to let them work some sort of magic. Nitro tries to make something happen off of the side wall. Instead, it's just going to go right back into their end as a sky battle happens here. Reeker losing out on that 50 just that little bit. Chez not to go for the ball. Jane actually misses this one. It's up to Chez to stop this one early. And instead of going for the ball, goes for the bump on the player so Reeker can clear out the ball. You don't always have to aim for the ball. Sometimes bumping a player away stops an offensive just as much. As now Fuel look to take some sort of aggression themselves. But now, for the first time this entire series, they have the luxury of time. Bosco Boy tries to dribble that one in, but it's stopped just in time as Reeker plays another beautiful round of defense there and stops another goal from happening. Honestly, I thought Bosco Boy and Nitro had that one. They took to the sky. Speaking of Nitro looking for something, but the backboard is covered by Reeker yet again as 15 seconds remain. But York keep the offensive up. They're not trying to stop anytime soon. They need to clear this out if you're Fuel, but two of your members have no boost. 5 seconds remain. Can they get it out? Bosco Boy off of the post, off of the corner, and 1 second remain. They try to keep it up as much as humanly possible. They're air dribbling, they're dribbling, but it's just going to hit the ground anytime soon if you'll get one touch on it as Fuel take one. What an ending there. The post, again, being the hero of Fuel. And with that, Fuel, they bring themselves one, and now it's a best of 3, but Fuel cannot afford to lose a single game.
Yeah, no, I definitely felt the pressure happening on the very end of that entire rally. Oh my god, that was a really crazy save by Fuel. Fuel just hanging by a thread while this team is just playing extremely aggressive on them. I'm very, very shocked and also very relieved because, oh my god, if I was playing that game, I would not be able to handle this type of pressure. Yeah, no, Fuel definitely needs to get their game up for this one, and I
think Fuel, they may have found the answer. Chez is playing very well in that defense inside that goal, as well as Reeker starting to come alive on these shots just that little bit more, as well as doing well on the defense and playing that bit more aggressive. York, though, Bosco Boy started to take a bit of a striker role here. Keeps going for these aerial plays, he's some sort of air dribble into drop into the net, but Fuel, they're not going to fall for it again as Reeker, one flip reset, second's going to go wide. It's not going to be successful there. Runs out of boost. Now centered up. Bosco Boy goes back up, and he's looking for something. It's off the backboard. There's no member of Fuel to stop that one on the backboard. But Noah misses the shot. It can't be affording to miss shots in this high level of a game, especially something set up beautifully for you. As Reeker looked for something, but it's stopped by the goalie. Now Fuel try to keep this offensive up. As Reeker goes back up, a double touch, but it's going to go off of the wall. It's slowed up there from Chez to try to center it back up for Reeker, but it's blocked by Bosco Boy. Fuel, the offense it should have was not there, unfortunately. The double touch goes wide. That double tap just not going to hit its mark. Reeker for sure wanted that one in the net. He gets past one defender, 2 more are there, and there's nobody catch this free ball. Reeker gets it after getting that center boost. Noah, I think out of boost here, does end up finding it as Bosco Boy looks for something, gets it past one. Chez clears it out yet again.
Yeah, I know York is playing very, very good on defense now, and it's just really hard for Fuel to try and combat this type of defense, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, we're trying to find a score, and Jane for Fuel Esports gets the goal in.
Fuel not wanting to let York have any more momentum, right? They're getting these first goals. Nice center there from the side of Fuel for Jane just to easily tap in. It's not, that's a beautiful goal there. It's not, it's not too technical, but the plays, knowing how to center up a ball like that is something that really separates a good from a great team. Fuel finding their answers. Bosco Boy, though, looks for something. Reeker almost sends it into his own net, but he does not. He knows the timing. He knows the spacing. I sure hope, at least. As Noah looks for something, one flip. But the 50's won by Reeker, who now has a bit of an advantage. Chez catches that ball off of the ceiling. Nitro, though, there to match it on the wall. As Chez is that one there, and now Noah stuck inside of their own side. Ball cleared out here. Nitro, no boost, so there's not going to be too much other than a center here for Noah as it bounces off the crossbar. Can any team finish it off? Ches gets behind it just in time. No member of York was there to tap it in. Just a bit of a misplay there from York that was beautifully set up, but they just didn't have the finisher. They didn't have what they needed as Nitro now looks for something. One play off of the wall, off of the ceiling, but nothing really comes of it as Noah keeps this defense up. Fuel, though, have that 1-0 lead so far. You know, first 2 games, York took the 1-0 lead early. That third game, Fuel took the 1-0 lead. We'll see if that keeps true, where the team who took that lead gets that win. But we have 2 minutes remaining, and York don't want to give up anytime soon. Now, Reeker goes up, looks for something, but it's just going to be a long shot. Stopped on the backboard by Nitro there, who clears that one out. But Jane is there to catch it. Fuel keeping their own offensive up here. Noah just a little bit trying to find something. A ground shot goes to the corner of Fuel as Ches tried to clear it out. Reeker bumps away the player, so the 50 is not available, but Noah clears this one back in. It's off the backboard. Reeker there to catch it. It's Jane trying to stop something just in the corner, has full boost. Backboard play from the side of York does not go their way. Now Nitro looks for something. He has to back off. Demo comes in as it's centered up in front of Fuel's goal. Reeker, nice handoff there from Jane. Looks for one, but it's going to get cleared out by Bosco Boy. They don't want to let these center plays off of the corner happen ever again because of how much value Reeker's been able to find out of them and the rest of Fuel. Why they won the last game, and it's why they're up in this one so far. So Fuel keeping their own strategy. They're trying to keep with the playbook that they have. The crossbar and the post have saved 16 goals for the side of Fuel. This is absurdity from the side of York. Fuel's goalie really, their goal is actually the MVP so far, but Reeker looks for something to try to change that title towards himself.
Yeah, 50 seconds left on Fuel Esports on York trailing by 0-1 to Fuel Esports. Fuel is just trying their best to maintain this lead so they can get a 2-2 game instead of going for and Nitro scores.
Oh, you got the caster curse this time. As soon as you talk about the score, they score.
And
that's a very, very crucial goal there from the side of York to tie it up in the last 30 seconds now. As long as a kickoff goal doesn't happen, you know, OT is on the cards. 50 kickoff goes neither way. Ches takes a bit of a breakaway, but it's stopped up by Nitro. Now 30 seconds remain. Fuel, they're looking to try to force some sort of offensive, some sort of goal. They don't want to take this one to extra time. They want to end this one here and now and bring themselves to game 5, but it's still 17 seconds away from that timer as Ches almost finds it. It's just going to get stopped yet again. The side of York as Bosco Boy now has a bit of an advantage. Jane clears that one out. It's centered up for Reeker, but he hits it back off of the backboard. Can Ches finish it off? It's popped right back up. And it does not seem like any member will be able to catch it as we're into overtime.
You know, this point is going to be the matter of life and death for Fuel for this game. We're hoping that they could score. I should probably stop saying anything related to scoring because I'm getting caster curses right now. So all I can say is that I hope that things go our way, and that's it.
We will see as Bosco Boy has a play here. Reeker has to stop it. He does exactly that in the nick of time. They're not going to let those air dribbles go in ever again after that first one when Bosco Boy got past 2. The dry shot off of the ceiling almost finds its mark. It's Fuel. They need to start get their own aggression back up. York have turned up, you know, their offensive to max geared. They're trying the best possible. Reeker blocks it yet again, playing lights out defense. Last game it was Ches. This game so far it's been the Reeker show on the defense. Jane looks for something. It's centered off of the corner as Reeker sends it right to the other side. Ches uses the 50 against Noah. Reeker clears that one out yet again as they're looking to keep this aggression up. Minute into OT already. Feels like both teams are dead even. The Bosco Boy looking to change that. Noah gets it past 1. And Ches, again, I've said in the nick of time a couple times, but really that is the truth. They're finding these exact last second saves that they need to find. Reeker not going to get it past Bosco Boy there as Noah set up right in front of the net. Nitro going to be behind with full boost, ready to follow up if need. So Bosco Boy is the one that rotates back around. Fuel all out of boost. Ches, the only one who has any now. Jane and Reeker both down to 12, so saving this is going to be a tall task, but it's one that they're ready for. Nitro, though, it's that one yet again. Fuel have to get this out of their own end. Reeker gets it past one, but Noah stops it. Just before that, tries to get a double touch off of the corner as Nitro looks for something again off the corner. They're trying to center this up as best as possible. It's centered right there, but Noah does not win the 50. But he does get it past the members of Fuel as Fuel end up falling in overtime 2-1 to the side of New York, and they're going to lose this series 3-1. Unfortunately, Fuel, they're not going to be happy about that one. That was their game to win in the last 30 seconds. You know, something went awry. And the members of York, they capitalized beautifully. They capitalized on any mistake Fuel made. The moment that Fuel let up on their defense, York was there to prosper.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate to see a loss on Fuel Esports here against the York Lions. I was being told by the team members that they were ready for this match. You know, they were ready to go against the York Lions today, but a very unfortunate loss indeed. We did see some very good defensive plays there by Reeker and Jane. Obviously, you guys saw the amount of times Jane has saved up some clutched up shots that could have put the lead into a bigger gap. So I'm really glad for that entire match. Every second just mattered. It was very, very hard for the teams to capitalize. They were not allowed to make mistakes. The pressure was definitely on for Fuel because they were down. York Lions they just did their best and got us.
Fuel definitely not going to be happy about that outcome, right? They wanted Game 5. That Game 4 was theirs to win. But, I mean, we'll have to see, as we're going to have to take a short break before our next match. But don't go anywhere.